We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium.
Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
To kick off for the Cowboys.
Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing.
Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready?
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
1st down, and they go right back to Blue. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 38-yard line.
A waste of time.
Get it. Hey, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
To throw, it's Milton. That complete. It's Tyler Scott with it.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To throw is Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. The Cowboys at 4-11 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Throwing is Milton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Here's Milton now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramos. They wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now it's 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It's out. He put it on the carpet. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now it's 2nd and 10. On the draw, here's Blue. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Now Milton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ramos. And he's going to be touchdown short of a first. And it's 4th down coming up.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
A 24-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball. maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
19 Lions. Here we go. Here we go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Richardson out of the shotgun. He'll let one go deep for downs. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. You look at this Cowboy defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
From the shotgun, Richardson. He finds his rookie wideout from Tennessee. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Taylor, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Richardson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the 1st.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
Now he's going to step up and run. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
70 Lions. Bronco 80.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Go.
Now Richardson. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Milton. Open man, right side is Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Gathered not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They go again with Blue. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
60 vices, 60 vices. Ready?
Milton. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Milton. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 16. Give him 18 on the play.
1st and 10.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Milton able to find the open man. That's complete. And take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with his 16th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Yard line.
Now Richardson going to shift things up. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Second and 5. Richardson working from the gun.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
And now they'll shift things around.
Ready.
Off play action. Richardson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 7 Pirates, 7 Trap 60, Trap 60.
Richardson looking to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor from 4 yards out. And the Colts are back within a score.
This is why I could never make it as a quarterback at any level, especially the NFL. To have the poise to stay in that pocket, know you're going to take the hit, but still deliver it for a touchdown. Great play.
I have to agree with you on that one. When I see those hits coming, I'm wanting to exit the pocket. I'm getting the heck out of there. Instead, we just saw someone stay in there and make the throw downfield.
The extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Okay, ready? Tag! Press 80! 70 Timberwolves!
Richardson looking to throw this.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Ready, break! Ready, go!
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Now it's Richardson.
And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Dragon 60!
Here's Richardson to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Ready?
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Here we go. 19, County Lions. Ready?
And Richardson back to throw it. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Left side to Lamb. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready? Go!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off play action. Milton looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Lamb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
On the pickup.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
70, go.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. And bulldozing his way through. He's still on his feet. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They make their second-half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free-possession game.
Here we go. 19.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go play action with Richardson. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. His throw incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Richardson shotgun on third down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. This is taken at about the 14. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing is Milton. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their back.
And he'll be blocked down at about the 42.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
To throw is Milton.
Drops it to Boone, complete. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space.
C.D. Lamb.
His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Capper 11, 19 Lions.
Looking to throw. Richardson. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
A gain of 6. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Cowboys, 79 Broncos. Ready.
Back to throw now on first down.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Marquise Bell. Credit him with a sack as he buries. For a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Let's go now. 18, run with it. Go.
Operating from the gun, Richardson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the one touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
70, skip a wolf.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. To throw, it's Milton. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramos. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now 2nd and 5. Now Milton. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Richardson. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Saul. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
That's good.
Mustang 19.
First down.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
Second and 5.
Cardinal,
now Richardson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Colts on third down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Buffalo 19 tight, 19 tight.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll let one go deep for downs. And it's intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Wide open receiver complete. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go now.
Milton. Throw left side complete. That's Ramos. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. That one looks like he'll throw here.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Colts 7. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go, Scott. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let go.
Richardson off the play fake.
And will find his man on the end route. Complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
Ready, set.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Ready. Liking 18. Ready, right.
Richardson looking to throw. Down the field, he's got one. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Richardson going to change the play here. 2nd and 3. Over the middle, complete. It's Warren. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
First down. A gain of 31 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
60, 2, 18, rock, hawk, dragon 60. Let's go.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. That's to Warren, his tight end. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
It's a gain of 20. And the Colts first down.
On the ready.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Panther and left. Get it. Steady.
Here's Richardson to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come on. Set.
Now it's Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Loss of 11 yards. And it's 4th down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Dallas, they get a 5th win to move to 5-11 with 1 game remaining. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.